I don't know how pretty this is going to look. I do apologise. Pigs in blankets. Is this stuffing? Roast potatoes. Turkey. Look at that pile of food. Hey everyone, hope you're well. Today I'm attempting to make some homemade street food based kind of on this. There's a food stall at a Christmas market that was shut as we first got there, and by the time we got back it was horrendously busy. I was going to get one, but there's a massive queue now. That is absolutely gigantic. Gonna make homemade ones, alright Beck? So, I'm gonna attempt to make, including some leftovers from our actual roast dinner yesterday, a Yorkshire Pudding Christmas wrap. Yes, they had options there of chicken thighs and pulled pork amongst others, but I just feel with it being Christmas market, they should have had turkey there. And I'm gonna do sprouts rather than green beans. We're gonna proper festive this up. So I've got part of the ingredients already cooked. We need to make a massive mat of Yorkshire pudding, I guess kind of like a carpet. Well, I think we'll do that first, and then we'll bring all the other ingredients together. I didn't actually see what this looked like, so I'm kind of just, we're Tom Cruising, we're winging again. Big old bowl, in goes the flour, in goes the milk. 4 eggs. Oh, that looks lovely, doesn't it? No. Try not to spill some. Yes. Okay, nice and smooth. Get all those lumps out. And then hopefully, this jug might be too small, but we'll just go for it. Pour that back into the jug. It's kind of weird with Yorkshire puddings. You want some of it to be really hot, which we'll come on to in a bit, but this needs to rest and actually be quite cold. Ideally, this would have been in the fridge overnight, but we'll just use the freezer to bodge it. And I'm actually more worried about how we're going to make this Yorkshire pudding carpet, how big we're going to make it. I could just surprise Mrs. B and the kids and go, hey, I've got us a new rug, and it's just this massive Yorkshire pudding. I know some of you guys will not struggle to visualise that. It's the sort of thing I genuinely would do. That should kill me. I'm using a lot of leftovers for this recipe. If you didn't know, I've got a whole roast dinner playlist on the channel if you ever want to know how we're making some of these things here. Although some of them, mainly talking about the carrots and the sprouts, we're going to have to do again, basically because my kids are rabbits and destroyed all of the veg yesterday when we had a roast dinner. So we've got some leftover turkey meat that I cooked yesterday and sliced up. That is cold. I don't know what to do with that yet. I might shred it. That's some gravy from yesterday, which I'll warm up when needed. This is also some stuffing that I need to bake. I made way too much yesterday, but didn't bake it all. These are some roast potatoes that I decided to leave in the freezer. I was like, yeah, if I leave them in the freezer, they're cooked. That'll be fine, but now they're absolutely rock solid. So I'm gonna have to warm them up. I actually want the potatoes out of anything. I want that and the gravy to be warm. I don't mind the turkey or even the wrap itself to be cold, do you know what I mean? And of course, arguably one of the most favorite things for Christmas dinner for folks that can have it is pigs and blankets, UK style. Now I mean this in the nicest way to Americans watching. I have tried American style pigs in blankets, which is basically like a hot dog sausage encased in a pastry or pancake or like biscuit dough. I forget the actual correct term. And it's okay, but our style pigs in blankets is sausages wrapped in bacon. Now let me tell you, on Christmas Day or even 365, this could be a campaign, let's get pigs in blankets all year round. I could literally just have pigs in blankets and maybe like a pot of gravy to dunk it in. And that would be my Christmas. That would be my best Christmas present, actually. So these get baked too with some of those other things. I don't know what it is. Some kids are obsessed. They love carrots. They love them. Peeling these up, honey roast carrots. So I'm going to just go for like little battens like that, okay? This is actually quite a personal thing, isn't it? How do you cut your carrots? My mum always went for like coins, you know, just discs. And sprouts is quite a unique one as well. I think it used to always be like the joke of Christmas, you know? But we always like to put ours, so I put that into the carrots, in bacon and a little bit of maple syrup now. It's kind of like an in thing. The last few years we did it once. It was like, wow. I think one year we did pancetta. We went all out. Very festive. Beautiful, so they're parboiling away, softening up lovely jubbly. And when it comes to the bacon, I've put them in this dish. Now some of you Americans are like, you make your UK pigs and blankets in a Twinkie tray? Well, yes, this is actually a Twinkie baking tray, but I just have no other use for it, so I thought I'd stick them in there in individual compartments. Which, to be fair, the stuffing mix, yeah, I can bake the stuffing in these little compartments. Did we just invent a Christmas baking tray? No, we didn't, did we? So out of everything that I want to cook, I think the carrots and the sprouts can be cold. Actually, the turkey I'm going to keep cold and shred that. We'll do that. But I just feel things like the pigs and blankets and the roast potatoes, having them cold will just be like really like, ugh. Oh, I've just remembered the kids aren't actually having this. So instead of just doing honey roast carrots, we'll do honey mustard because they don't really like that. And you can tweak this to your liking. You could use different mustards as well. Again, you could use maple syrup too if you wish. That was a good reenactment of the pug eating a sprout on Christmas Day that time. Just to help char up the vegetables as well, I am going to add a smidgen of oil. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely stuff. It looks a bit bland and boring, doesn't it? But honestly, the smell coming from it is awesome. So what we'll do is grab our brush and halfway through, just keep brushing on, lifting that flavour on there to kind of like caramelize it into it and really roast that flavour on there. Honey mustard, honestly, is like one of my most favourite things. It's kind of like the old school salted caramel. Oh my goodness. Just charring those vegetables. Back in the oven for them. Let's shred the turkey. No pun intended, but that does smell a bit foul. It's only been overnight. Yeah, just being a little cat for a minute and scratching it into strands like a sort of turkey cat. Yeah, I think that's going to give me a bit more control, and I don't know what it is. I really prefer this being cold. These have just come out and they smell incredible. I've cranked the oven hot for this because we are going to start to make our Yorkshire pudding mat. The other oven is on for the potatoes, pigs and blankets, and the stuffing. Because if we can actually time it for this to finish around about the same time as our Yorkshire pudding mat, I could potentially have something lukewarm. And for me, doing a video, that's actually a really good thing. So in the fridge, remember, we've still got the batter that we made, leaving that to be as cool as we can. And now it's the opposite of being hot. This is a tray, these are my hands. But what we need to do actually is get some oil really, really hot. Okay, so this is the same one when you do Yorkshire puddings as well. A little bit like our Twinkie tray. It's that oil that goes in the compartments for like a Yorkshire pudding tray, kind of like a large cupcake tray or whatever. But we need to get this super hot. And I know on the clear bacon video the other day we did a lot of smoking. Well, this oil kind of needs to be smoking, okay? And there we go, if I get it right, you can see how glossy that is because you can see some of the ceiling lights. Nice! This oven is very hot. Because in the words of Griff from Back to the Future, batter up! This is where it's going to get a little bit scary. A little bit scary. This is quite a dangerous step. Like that. Now, I would really prefer to be doing this a lot closer to the oven, but that oil was smoking. Massive sizzle then. There it is. In you go, my beauty, for 25 minutes. Boston, keep an eye on that for me. And I know you will, high five. Hope you're enjoying the video. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would also like to add that I might actually be a rabbit too, because there are significantly less carrots and sprouts left than before. I've been pecking on them because they are sweetie, honey, mustardy goodness. Oh! Sorry. Can you see those curved edges starting to kick in there? Now, there isn't really much we can do about that. That's absolutely fine. And like I say, it's almost going to be quite good because it could hold in some of the gravy. The only thing is that when you make something like this, you realise how much oil is in a Yorkshire pudding and it's like, ooh. So, this might be quite a big wrap. It has gone absolutely ginormous in the oven. However, it will flatten as we take it out. I promise you. It's been 25 minutes. Are you ready to see something awesome? Oh my gosh. Look at that thing. That's amazing. That's just gigantic. Like, what the? I'm gonna let it cool down a touch. It's very angry. But I think I could probably get 2 really decent sized wraps out of this. And if you're wondering, yeah, there's a teeny bit of gloss of oil left on that tray, but most of it has gone into that pud. Oh, maybe that's why they call it a pudding. I've revived my roast potatoes. The stuffing pinks of blankets is all ready. So let's build this. Food scissors, big old dollop. And you might have noticed I've turned it upside down. That is because the side that it faced as it baked is a lot more pretty. So this will be the inside of it. So cranberry sauce, and I think that pop-up gave you like a choice of like different things from mayonnaise, horseradish, applesauce. Oh, applesauce and pork sounds amazing. So let's start with a load of the sprouts and carrots. I don't know how pretty this is gonna look, I do apologize. Pigs in blankets. Oh, is this stuffing? Roast potatoes, turkey. Look at that pile of food. That is bonkers. But we've got our gravy. And I quite like the idea of having a pot of gravy to dunk it in as and when. So I'm gonna take the back sides of it, grab the front, and lift through like that, okay? You see that? That actually looks incredible from that angle. Pull forward, tilt it down. Oh, I don't know about you, but that looks blooming stonking. So cool. Not sure if this is all going to fall out. Oh, some of it did. Ah! Here we go, here we go. Oh, oh. That is phenomenal. This smells like Christmas in here. Look at the size of that. Unbelievable what we probably could have made. I mean, it's a mega wrap, isn't it? I couldn't get to experience one in a Christmas market. Fairly certain Boston just ate a sprout that fell out of this. But it was worth the wait. I am so glad I gave that a go. I love the colours on it. It's amazing. It's so cool. Like the textures and the flavour contrast, the sweet, the salty, the sort of mellow, the comforting blanket from that Yorkshire pudding. You know, the tang from the bacon and the sausage, the cranberry lace, boom, and the gravy kind of just soaks and brings it all together with that honey mustard vibe too. Potatoes were kind of just potatoes. But I think Mrs. B is going to be home in about 5 minutes, so we will see what she thinks. Hello.
Hello. Is that for me?
Yeah, okay.
That's so good.
Isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
It's just one of those things. I was like, oh, is this just a bit of a weird thing? That is incredible, isn't it?
This is amazing.
I'm having to have so much self-control right now because there's a bit right there. I'm like, oh no.
This is a good leftover idea. Or even Christmas dinner idea.
I mean, that's what I say, like Christmas dinner and that. Can you imagine? I think your parents would be mortified.
It's just amazing.
It's probably similar to a tortilla, except rather than a tortilla, we've pushed it and made quite a large mat of Yorkshire pudding.
Oh.